I realized that yes, I'm very attractive, I'm very alluring, I'm all the things. You know, you can do all the pick me. I wouldn't just say pick me, but I'm going to just say you could do all the naming your traits, you know, that makes you the one that they should be picking. You know, it is what it is. You're top tier, baby. You're top tier. But I've realized that most of us are. So if most of us are, then the problem isn't us. The problem exists with the people who desire to take and only take without properly reciprocating, without properly valuing the energy in which they desire to receive from. You see, the psychosis, the insanity, the disease that is being, the spell that has got us all is that we're just all so different. But if you start to look at every woman like at some type of relatability, like of course not everybody is gonna be, you know, some of us you're just not there. But you know, you can find, if you are a self-aware enough person, you can literally find relatability with anybody if you spend enough time with them or you observe enough. So when I realized what this whole thing is that I don't know if I want to get a bar from there or do I want to go walking down here. Decisions. A part of me want to get the guard and stuff, but I'm just going to keep walking and get the guards from down here. And then we'll just figure it out. Okay. So, yes. I realized that I was like, what's these misfires? I keep having these interactions. I keep having these exchanges. And I feel like things aren't working in my favor. I feel like things are working against me. And I'm wondering, like, what is going on? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm working my process. I'm pivoting. I'm shifting. I'm releasing. I'm resting. I'm doing all the things. Doing all the things. So, when you have to come into yourself. And you have to say self. What is it that my heart desires? And then you have to also look into the other things. Like, no matter, you have to know what you want because everybody wants something. So, instead of receiving people's projections as woe is me and like all these people coming to take from me, all these people using on me, all these people this and that with me, hold true to who you are, hold true to your purpose, hold true to your path, hold true to your desires, and you will be revealed and shown how these people are literally just showing you themselves in a very unique way. You take it as rejection, as lack. You may be lonely, you may not have you might want. I genuinely be wanting to be friends with people, whether you're female, male archetype, female archetype. I don't care if you're bi, trans, mixed. I don't give a fuck what you identify as, what your sexuality is. I don't care what you're born with. If the vibe is the vibe, the vibe is the vibe. I'm big on connecting with people, but strangers talk to me. You know, I used to find it so weird because I'm like, why are you just sharing with me your whole life like this? But then you come to terms with that's how you are. You're very open, you're very free, you're very vulnerable, transparent, and receptive. So you are receiving what you give out. And if you don't like it, then you might need to change some things about yourself. But yeah, I just had to think about that, talk about that for a little bit because I really felt like it's a dis-ease or mask, like, I don't know what it's called, like, illusion spell over some of the women when we think that things are coming up against us, when no, this is their war. This is their demise. This is their fight. This is their plight. And we continue to get ourselves involved. We continue to get our feelings hurt. We continue to get swept up in their bullshit by having their children fucking and sucking on them. All these things. And I'm not even saying, like, for me, I do sex work. And the reasons I do sex work are 110. But the base reason is that I'm not fucking no nigga for free. That's I mean, I don't give a fuck if you gotta give me $1. Like, cause some people ain't gonna lie, there'll be some niggas that the attraction is there. But I don't give a fuck how much I like you. You got to give me something. You got to do something more than what you think your dick. You know, because the second that you give a man access to you without any regard, like, he's not your, this person, he's not your man. He's not trying to date you, court you. He's not trying to wife you. He's not trying to long term with you. Nigga, you gotta pay. What the fuck? You just come to take God's good grace? No. You have to pay what you weigh, and it's not about me wanting money. It's about you needing what you want. You don't try to get nothing for free, baby. You don't try to get shit for free. That's a sin. And I think what it is that women, like I said, like, for example, like the way you carry yourself, your confidence, your energy, your love, your laughter, your happiness is it's just a driving energy source. So absolutely, as I begin to heal aspects of myself, I am one of them people who could get a ring and get access to high caliber men because of my healing modalities, because of my energetic disposition. I know how to work a room. I know how to work a crowd. I know how to make a nigga feel good for real in the event that I truly desire to do so. A lot of the times though, is what be wrong with me is that I be having unequally yoked situations. Like, I can meet a nigga day one, and if he show me he willing to, you know, like, invest and exchange with me properly, not just use me, not just leech on my energy, shit like that, then we gotta vibe for real. But the second you show me that you finna just take from me, or you just, you know, you just gotta have something from me over you providing something too, you got the game motherfucking twisted. I don't even roll like that. Like, I find it's like, I noticed that when men try to get you to operate from that space, they are literally, they have no regard for who a woman or what a woman is for real. Like, what the fuck you mean show you something first? Bitch, you already see what you want. I already showed you. You wouldn't be in my motherfucking face. Get the fuck out of my face, stupid ass. And that's very important. Stop being tricked. Stop being tricked by men who come into your life and they try to make you prove why you should be given, why you're worthy of all that. Bitch, the fact that you came into my life, the fact that you found interest, that moment that you saw me, and whether it was, if it was pure lust, be honest with it. It was lust. You only wanted to fuck. So you gotta do what niggas do who only want to fuck, which they pay what they fucking weigh. It's that simple. Pay for the vibe. Take me out on a date. You can get with it. You don't even have to even, okay, let's say you don't like the whole transactional situation. You don't like the whole feeling like, you know, you paying for some pussy or what. I don't know. I get it. Okay, genuinely fuck with a bitch for real. Genuinely connect. Genuinely get outside of yourself for just a minute and try to make a real authentic connection. So fucking you, you know, for whatever amount of time and experience, whether it be you took us out, we went out on a date, you paid for an expensive dinner or whatever, or I wouldn't even just expensive, let me just say quality, fulfilling, satiated, you know, something, because, you know, have a diverse palate. There's days where a salad will get you somewhere. They're taking me to Ben and Hunters, but never. So there's days where I want to go dress up and go out, and so like there is different modes of operation. You just gotta really know what it be for real. But I really think it be the intent. Like if you have an intent to really like fuck with somebody, then whether you pay for $100 date or a $20 date, it really, really wouldn't make a difference because the energy is what it is. You value the person more than the amount of money that you're spending, and that's what it be for women. It's not even more so about you necessarily paying me money, but typically if y'all don't value shit that y'all didn't pay for, so that is more so like the medium that protects us energetically from your bullshit and the event that you just throw us through the ashes, knowing that when women make connections with anybody, that's just what that is. We making connections. So to not value it at any given time is fucked up. And so trying to get on the bus. But yeah, he was trying to go on that bus, baby. I had to help him get on that bus. Okay, I was moving my train of thought, but this can actually segue into me sharing with y'all my sex work story, my journey with sex work, why I choose the sex work, why I'm not ashamed of sex work, although I do experience shame, whether it be projection or internal. But yeah, I just found it so like, I just find that whole, like, I find engaging with men draining. I find it, I find it a very crazy task, and I think it's all stems from my relationship with my father, which started off from my insight of it. It started off pure, beautiful. It transitioned to something perverted and skewed because of life and experiences and development and growth. But either way, I was looking at this fine ass girl. She got that ass out, baby. She got that ass out. Okay. So, I will show y'all, but I don't want to, like, but woo. But yeah, so I just don't like even when I was like, even when I reflect on like my relationship with my brothers, like when I reflect on positive relationship with men, like the most positive experiences I've ever had with men, they still, like, even the best men, like some top quality men. I'm talking about men that many of y'all look up to, many of y'all respect, many of y'all hold in high regard. You listen to their music, they are local, popular people. They could be even bigger than local, But I've interfaced with these people, and I was not able to be valued at the level in which they're like like a hoe is a hoe. I'm gonna say it like that. I don't give a fuck what type of nigga you is. I don't give a fuck. If you like If you like pussy and you are a man, then I mean, every woman, every hoe might can't, but baby, trust me, somebody can. And that's just the power of a woman. It ain't even about, like, I hate how derogatory and negative being a hoe has become, because that shit really is respectable if you ask me. Like, you know how hard it is, just like for people who are gay and trans and all those things. Do you know how hard it is to be like, to accept that this shit worked for me? Like, it may not be favorable to everybody else. It may not make me look good to society, but I've tried every other way of getting to something, getting to some money, sustaining myself, getting to money, trying to have a well life. And I can honestly say I am the most happy when I am not working a 9 to 5, when I'm in control of how I choose to utilize my sacral or not. I realize people have no regards. Like, these cars give you a sense of entitlement. Technology gives you entitlement to something that you're not necessarily doing for real in something. Because, like, how the hell do you feel like, bitch, I'm walking, I have the right of way? Like, have some regard. Like, you literally just gonna just speed up and keep your same speed or damn near run me over trying to get to where you going, because you have no regard for life, no regard for simplicity. Y'all better get used to walking. Y'all need to start integrating practices that you could utilize solely without technology. And you can see the ways that you can use technology to upgrade and benefit your life. But most of the time, we're only using technology, I didn't want to come to this store. We're only using technology as a negative factor versus the why the hell did I do this to myself? We use it as a negative factor over and distracting factor over like the actual benefits that it is. And like I said, if you're not using it for the benefits, then it's only going to be destructive, because that's what it's created to do. It ain't no other way around it. It's either going to help you or hurt you. It trying to make something good, bad, all that extra shit is just that extra ass shit. Deal with the real. And the real is often not what motherfuckers want to deal with or see or accept for whatever reason, but it's necessary. But yeah, so anywho, I don't care to deal with men at all. Like, if I could have a life that were outside of that, I would. But like I said, there was moments where, like, I do desire, like, you like to be, like, I like women too. So if I can find women who want to just rub on each other all day, touch on each other, cause I like to be sensual. Like, it's not even on no like sexual shit all day. Like, a bitch just be wanting to feel good, I want people who want to be rubbed on, kissed on, touched on all damn day, eating good fruits, just vibes. Cause it's healing, and so. Like, that be my thing. It'd be like, I be want to have conversations about God, about life, about success, about leveling up, ascension, new levels, slaying new devils, reaching new heights. Like, just being great, being more, being who you're meant to be on this earth. And like, I've had a lot of men that come in contact who were a conductor of me being able to like express my spirit. And so I guess I looked at it as a crutch. It's like, oh, I gotta be involved with men to access this part of me. But I really realized that really be the God in me preaching this shit, trying to raise up their vibration and shit. And because I'm already there. I was born there. Fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you heard. But but seriously, like, so I feel like my relationship with men has always been estranged, but I've always had this potent sacral prana, high, very powerful spiritual energy, just very, very powerful in the, like, the action energy, movement energy. And like, even you, like, I love to dance, I love to move my body. I used to be really good at dancing when I was younger, and I used to actually want to dance professionally, like ballet, drill, just different chord. I used to want to do that, and I used to be in like a dance group. So of course I've shared this story in different versions before. So definitely bear with me if you've heard some of these things before, because it will overlap. But yeah, like, this journey has been very intricate, and I just, now that I'm developing more so, now that I'm like feeling more liberated, more grounded in my identity as a woman, I don't desire to be experienced by men for free. And I'm building my life in order to create more of what I desire, because that's important to me. Y'all, they trying to get us. They got this stuff on here for $1, and this is one of my favorite candies, so I'm just gonna get a few of them because I really, really don't need it. Okay, give me a minute. Oh, you too. Okay, so where was I at? Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just like, you have to, like, sometimes you can have experiences, moments, people, environments that contribute to the opposite of what you're trying to build. So it kind of just it just exists as this obstacle, this opposition, and it feels like you can't overcome it. It feels like you're being, like, attacked from every which way, like no one is on your team, no one is supporting you, when really it's more so like the more you get into, like, grounding in who you are, the more everybody else around you can be. And it's like, it's give or take, because it's like, it shouldn't require that, because it's not required for everybody. There are so many people who don't got their life figured out yet. They got buku friends, popularity, emotion within the community. And then there is those, hold on y'all, let me make me some money right quick. Let me see what he's talking about. Let me see if he want to give off these Ben Franklins today. Let's see if you got Ben Franklins or what. Let's see if he got some Ben Franks. Hi. Yeah. How you doing? What you trying to do? You got money? Yeah. Money. Yeah, 100. Okay, it's okay. Baby, cause what? It be like that, baby. I just say one little price, and $100 is cheap. So you don't want it if you can't afford. If it don't look good for 100, it ain't something you want at all, baby. You can't have it. Let me go about my way, baby, because that's the bare minimum. That's the starter fee. That's just what I cut the meter on at, to see what you're talking about. And I'm thinking I'm gonna find out a different strategy. I mean, honestly, when I'm out here like that, I get straight to it, because if you ain't got it, you ain't trying to get it, But when I'm in other settings, and it's not like, you can work but it's like I don't be one certain. I'm a picky hoe. I'm be honest with y'all. Like, I'm not one of them. I'm just finna be dealing with all kind of niggas just because they got some money. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that. Cause I done make so much money, and I done live happily without it, or live so long without it. I'm gonna say just happily, but I'm gonna just say I done learned to survive a little bit, And so it ain't worth it. It don't be worth the energy exchange, the strain on my psyche, Some people just have an energy to themselves. It's like, I gotta deal with this motherfucker again. I gotta get, and it's just like, I'd rather have sex with men when I want to have sex with men. And honestly, I'm off right now. Like, that was just gonna be a quick little easy play if it was to go through. But I'm not really fucked up about accepting or not accepting clients, because it's not about that for me. Like, I used to get mad and I'd be, give me, nah, bitch, that's the bare minimum. If you don't got $100, then you don't even need to be looking for nobody to fuck. The fuck you trying to fuck on a stranger, or if lust is involved with a one, like, y'all are deadly. Y'all are dangerous. Y'all have no understanding of women. Y'all wonder why your daddy didn't stay with your mama, or your mama didn't stay with your daddy. Like, it's a certain level of regard that women have to be kept to deal with a man. If a man not checking a certain number of boxes, it's a deficit for that woman to stay with that man. So honestly, I know a lot of y'all are hurt because of y'all mothers being single, but they are better off, and you are better off. Rise the fuck up and stop looking for a crutch and looking for another man to leech off of and learn off of, and stand up within yourself. Go within yourself. Discover it for yourself. Become it for yourself. Parent yourself. Fuck what you couldn't have. Fuck what you didn't have. This is the type of conversation that I be on. And I've lived it, so I can say it. I've experienced it. And I have great parents. Motherfucking right. But at the same motherfucking day, I'm not about to spend my time worried about their shortcomings. I can acknowledge them for how it impacts me and what it affords me in life, because you have to be fucking realistic. You don't want to be out here shooting for the stars when you might need to try to see if you could penetrate a cloud first. You might need to see if you could maybe reach the top of a tree. Maybe you need to hike a mountain first. Maybe you need to try, it's levels to this shit. But these are the lessons and things your parents were supposed to show you and teach you, whether it was through actually parenting you or through you just vicariously learning it through their action, which is a lot more difficult, and it allows a lot more room for error, because it's best when you have the words and the actions that align. But when you have words and then actions and shit ain't aligning, it's kind of like, damn, I heard what you taught. You told me, you taught me a bunch of good stuff with your words, and you showed me a bunch of good stuff with your actions, but you also showed me a bunch of bullshit with your actions, and that is what has to be accounted for. Not more so that I'm condemning you, or I want some type of extreme. I don't want that from you. I don't need you to model yourself for me. I want you to live your life for you, so that you're free from that burden in the first place. I hate the burden that parenting is on parents, because you aren't a parent until you have a child. So you should be okay with not feeling like you don't know it all. Like, you aren't the one in charge. Like, to even to approach the dynamic in that way is grounds for a lot of bullshit to take place, hierarchy, and like, you don't want your kids to fear you like that. You want them to revere you. You want them to have a respect and an awe for who you are because of who you are. Not because you done manipulated them or conditioned them into thinking that this and that is proper. And so it be like that. Like, I didn't be losing my train of thought because I had another thought. Oh, it was funny to me because I was like, y'all just really saw how it be for me sometimes when I be out here in these streets. That happens. Like I say, that happens a lot. And I used to be like before this most recent engagements, like I used to take that shit so fucking personal. Like, damn, do I need to lower my price? Like, do I need to accept less when they try to negotiate? Like, no. I don't want to fuck. So if you want to fuck, you gonna fuck me for what I want to fuck for. And honestly, I'm finna start seeing more because what the fuck is $100? That's just me being nice, honestly. My returning clients maybe, but you know. Now I'm not gonna be like, I ain't gonna lie, I can make a lot of check with $100. I'm a hood bitch. Like, I ain't even finna act like we just out here living beyond our means. But I am building to a point where it's like, yeah, should I spend $100 a day? Like, I'm buy my weed, I'm gonna buy me some food, everything I need for the day, go out, you know, that's gonna be the activities, the experience for the day, then that's it. Then you need, but they don't account for health, self-care, tomorrow. Like, that's for right here, right now. And that's what I be seeing. Like, most people don't even have no regard for what the fuck they trying to get for you, for real, bitch. I could never get my pussy back, but you can go make that little $100 100 times, and you're not gonna hurt for that. But baby, I gotta heal. I gotta deal with your demon. I gotta transmute all this shit because I'm a woman first. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, just overcoming trauma, healing from trauma, not being a victim to it. Like, a lot of my experiences from my life makes it easier to do sex work, because rather you look at it as a positive or a negative, I've always been disregarded in some form or fashion, whether it was through incest, molestation, rape, whether it was just being abandoned, neglected, left to cry as an infant. I was nonverbal, and as I was nonverbal for quite some time. So just having people not willing to do the work to understand me, it's not new to me. So I think even now, like what I'm experiencing now, where it's like, not only do people blame me for my growth or judge me for my growth and my changes, they have no desire or ability to try to even understand it. They have no capacity within themselves to take a moment to come into my world to see what the hell is going on for real. And this is something that I've dealt with since birth. Like, this is a mother wound issue. This is the incompetence of my mother. And I'm not blaming her, the person. I'm blaming her, us, the bloodline, the mother womb, the spiritual disposition of our family. Something is intrinsically wrong. Something happened at some point in place that has to be rewrote, has to be redone. And I can't quite put my finger on where it's at, but all I know is I feel it very much. I feel it a lot. It's very pressing. It's very suffocating at times. It's a lot. And I don't hold myself at disregard no more. I give myself all the attention and love that I possibly can. Now, I have surpassed little me as far as healing, as far as my knowledge, what I know. So it's like, I know the truth of a lot of things, but little me hasn't healed from the experience of what we now know. So it's like, I know God is real. I know healing is possible. I know that I've seen it for other people, and I've experienced it for myself, even if it was for a moment. I might wasn't able to sustain it, but I felt just that peace beyond, like, where you just was, there's no troubles, like, everything makes sense, everything is just like it, like this moment right here washes away all that I've ever experienced, the happiness, the joy, just holding. I even remember reflecting on some of those moments that I know I've experienced pure joy, pure love, pure happiness with myself. I know that it's possible to live a whole life beyond the perils of what you experienced in your past. But we have to come to terms with the selves that aren't there yet. The parts of you that need space, that need room, that still need the hugs and the kisses from your mother, from the loving and the community from your sisters and brothers. And that's comfortable to the ego. It's like, stay here and accept the disregard, and even though you hold yourself at regard, stay here and accept the disregard, because it's safe. Because the second you step out of it, you have to accept the truth of why you stepped out of it fully. And that's what makes it difficult for a lot of people to leave toxic situations. It's not so much that they don't want to leave, not so much that they can't leave. It's not always so much about the people involved, all that stuff, the situations. It don't even be that deep. It really be like the totality of what that one action means for you. Like, when you have to make a transition into a life like that, when you realize that people, environments, places, and things contribute to your well-being, you have to make some critical and hardcore decisions that end up affecting your entire life trajectory. And it's sad. It's sad. So, like, for years, I'm thinking I've been depressed. I probably have been depressed at times, but I've been thinking I've been just in this bad place, going through all, but I've been in a state of grief. I've been in a state of letting go of people, and places and things fully, because, like, there's a point, there's like that name, when you're like a 90-degree angle, or any angle for that matter, like it's that intricate moment where it's like it becomes a whole nother thing. So that's where I'm at. I'm at that. I'm inching up onto that what is that coordinate, that right coordinate, that zero mark. And once I get to the zero mark, everything has to be new. Everything must be new. There is no going back. There is no old way. There is no second. There is no doubling back. There is no. So all of it has to be weeded out. I'm not tripping on it, because the more time that I spend getting to the root of what all I have to release and let go to fully have a whole well life, the more that shit gets ingrained in me, the more I can hold on to. And now that I know that I'm not going to take myself to any more unnecessary trauma, any more unnecessary pain, any more, none of that. God, I know who I am. My past is very large. It is dual. It contains a lot of aspects. It contains me utilizing what people deem as lower nature to integrate the high nature. Because, like, baby, you talk about the low nature, but we got to travel up some way. You got to go through it some way. You can't, that's what I'm saying. People trying to go around it. You're trying to go around it. You got to go through it. It might not be at the same levels as the next woman or person, but you still got to go through that solar plexus, babe. You still got to reach that heart. You still got to travel all the way up. And a lot of people try to avoid those things that create embarrassment, shame, guilt, that deal with our desire, that deal with our raw, unadulterated nature as human beings, as spirits inside of a human body. Imagine that's a whole conversation within itself. Just a managing of that. So not only are we managing two aspects, think about all the people who are fully unaware of that that's what they're doing, or that's what they got to do, or let me say willfully ignoring it. Because the thing about it is, the things that I know, I'm like, it ain't no way you came into this type of information and didn't try to do something. But the truth is a lot of people did. A lot of people did. They did hear the call. They did not answer. Few are chosen. Many are called. And that's the point of this whole thing. So, hi, my name is Carbon. I also go by other aliases and identities. I can't say I love being real about it. I love being true and honest about what works for me. And I don't desire to be experienced by men for free or what I view as cheap. And to me, that's relative to what I'm desiring or needing at any given moment in time. And so there's a lot of things I have to grow on. There's a lot of things I have to learn. There's a lot of things I have to integrate. But I'm not rushing myself to do that. This is where I'm at 25. And this is where I'm okay to be. I have a healthy mind space. I have healthy lifestyle practices. I'm building my community and support networks. I'm happy with where my life is headed. I know where I come from. I know where I want to go. And I'm just open to allowing the universe and God to get me there. I don't mind hustling. I don't mind working. I don't mind building. I don't mind doing a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I know how to do. So before you judge me, before you make assumptions, see how you could probably utilize any of my services, any of my offerings, even if it's just a conversation with me. I do offer spiritual consultations and readings. I am like a family assessor. I can help you navigate family trauma, pinpoint family trauma, and I can be a mediator for conversations and or relationships that are still being desired. Right now, I realized back in maybe last September, I had moved with my sister, and God showed me that I had to let go of people who weren't holding on to me. not, and I thought God was telling me that I needed to like not be who I was, that I couldn't be love, I couldn't be light, I couldn't be this ball of fire, this greatness that I am. And that's just not the case. God was showing me and telling me that I couldn't be that for people who wouldn't see it as that, who didn't value us, that they see it as something that it's just not, and that's not safe for me as a being just trying to express and exist. Everybody deserves to be around people, places, and things that uplift their spirits, that uplift their self-discovery, that mesh well with how they navigate their life, not the people who come up against it, who question it, who find them an enigma. And I feel like I've always been this oddball in my family. Like, I remember, I talked about this before, but it's something that's really traumatizing me, or that's pressing on me. Um, um, where one of my family members asked another one of my family members about my actions and behaviors, like how was Kawanda acting during this event or during this experience. And it's like, what is it about Kawanda that y'all know, or that y'all think, or that y'all somehow have like this? It's like there's this consensus, this understand, this mass generalization about who Kawanda is, and nobody ever come sit down with Kawanda and talk to Kawanda about who Kawanda is and what she got going on. But everybody know Kawanda. Everybody has something to say, and I can honestly say I don't know none of y'all. I don't know none of y'all. Like, I have not been a part of my siblings' lives. I have not been a part of my family's life. I have not been a part of some of my friends' lives enough to say I just know y'all. I know the versions of y'all that I get to experience every now and then when I get it, but I'm not living life with y'all for real. And y'all not living life with me for real for you to say you know a bitch ass thing about what I got going on. So I don't desire you to be fake. I don't give a fuck. We slept in the same beds together, but I can't come get in half of y'all beds today, and that's a problem. That's something that we should address, and that's something that I feel like I tried to address and build with my family, and got a lot of pushback, got a lot of like shade. Even if people didn't want to do it my way, don't have me going in circles. Tell me it don't work for you. Tell me the truth. Be honest about who you think I am, so we get to the root. But like, it was a lot of what people wasting my time. A lot of me caricaturing, or I don't even know how to say that word, but just making myself look crazy, trying to be of value, of service, of use to people who have no desire to include me in their life for real. Like, not saying there aren't attempts, not saying that people aren't trying, not saying that everybody, like, people got their own shit. Like, life doesn't evolve around Kawanda. That is not, if that's what you hear when you hear me, then you need to stop listening to me, because you should never hear someone's story, or hear their pains, or hear what they're struggling with, or hear anything that they're wanting to share with the world, or to another person, or with anybody, and think they're trying to, like, how is that possible? They're themselves. They can't take shit from you. They can't stop you from shit. They can't take away nothing from you. They can only speak on for themselves. So why does them speak and go what they feel? What it is exposing your heart. It's exposing you to something about yourself that you don't want to do right now. And instead of accepting that and doing that work and asking God to come into you to fix it, to show you how to get through it, you project, and you push away, and you exclude, and you do a lot of things to people who don't deserve it. And I'm at this point in my life where I don't want to get beat by people blindly, whether they know they're doing it or they're intentionally doing it. I'm not a sucker. So I will fight you people for real. Like, I'm from, like, this is when it's getting to a point where they think that, people think fighting and anger is so bad, but that is the most pure is shit. Think about children. You take a child's toy, they're gonna get mad. They want food or they're hungry. You don't feed them when they want to eat. They throw a temper tantrum. They want attention. You don't give them attention. They respond immediately to what it is. So we ain't no different as we grow up. It's no different. Yeah, we shouldn't act as a baby as we grow. There should be some developmental aspects to this thing. But why is it that when people throw stones, they hide their hand and act so surprised with your reaction? I don't play like that. You got one good time to fuck up with me. That's it. I'm not the one or the two or the three. You should have saw that the first time. I don't disregard people in the way that they've disregarded me. I don't move like that. And if I have, I've had the awareness to come and apologize. I've had the awareness to accept that I've done something to you that you might can't heal from, that you might can't get past, and it may have impacted our relationship. But that shit to me is known. And if it's unknown, and if I'm being held to shit that motherfuckers ain't talk to me about or can't talk to me about, then that's just up in the air too. And that's where I'm at with my life too. It's like there's some things that I'm hurting from people that because of how they are, their character, their personality. You're not the type of person that I want to be friends with. You're not the type of person that I even want to talk to, let alone, I don't care to tell you what you did wrong. You don't deserve that from me. What makes you think that you deserve me to come tell you that you hurt me? Why the fuck did you even do what you did? Like, you got to think, why are you so reckless with how you move? Why are you so careless? Why are you so unaware? Why are you so mean? Why are you so cruel? Why is that your heart's disposition? Deal with yourself. Let's address it. Because we all got to go back to the root. We all got to go back to the source of this shit. And it starts at conception. It starts with mother and father and how we were created. Have you discovered yourself? Have you went inside and done that work? Because I am on that journey, and I have been for quite some time. And I don't judge anybody who does it on their own way. All I've ever asked for was space to do it my motherfucking way. All I've ever asked for was the ability to expand into greatness as I am. All I've ever asked for was to not be short-stopped, was to not be gain-stopped, was to be... If you couldn't uplift me, if you couldn't help me advance, then get the fuck out of my way and let me go and move forward. Don't be a stone. Don't be a boulder. Don't be some unmovable force in my path. Let me go free. If you can't help me grow, you have to let me go. It's inevitable. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what the connection is. It don't matter what you think. God did not create us to be stuck. God did not create us to stay in mundane places or to live mundane lives. We are better than these things. We are infinite. We are grand. We are beyond the small day-to-day shit that y'all try to make normal. It may be normal, but it is not natural. We were created to serve. We were created to worship. We were created to proclaim in the high places. So if every day you're not living to inspire, living to expand, living to connect more to God, how can I be a vessel for source? If that's not the mission every day, then you are dropping the ball. And I'm not saying everybody gotta be out in the streets like I choose to be. I'm not saying you gotta be a spokesperson. You may not have the gift of gab to say things how I have the ability to say. You may not have the charisma to I have that ability to I don't know what it is, but it's my flow. It just works for me. So when you hear these things, don't hear these things as an attack. hear this as a call to action, as instruction, as to take heed, as something to equip you for what's ahead. I've shown you what I've experienced. I've lived my life righteously so. I've gone through every phase of it unwaveringly. Even in not knowing some things, not knowing what I was up against. I weathered these storms, and now I am reaching that place where it is about to rain on me, and I am going to be so blessed. I am already so blessed, y'all. Just the ability to say this, to feel this way, lets me know that I am so much further and so much closer to the woman that God has created me to be. I have worked so hard. It has took so many things, man, for me to feel happy, for me to feel joy, for me to feel whole, for me to love the person that I see every day. It takes work, man, and I've done it, and I'm grateful that God has given me the ability, the grace, the I can't even think of the word, like magnitude or something, the fortitude to really get through. So the things that I'm saying, man, just don't take it as me trying to be. I'm not trying to be nothing more than I am. I'm not trying to like, I don't know. I think in this moment even, I'm just like, I know that a lot of people aren't going to be able to receive me as I continue to activate, and I'm just trying to hold space even for them in this moment. Like, if you can't receive it now, then you gotta let it go. Let me go. Don't kill yourself. Don't build resentment inside of yourself. Don't build envy inside of yourself, trying to attach to my journey and my life when you don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't understand it, if you don't have the space or the time to listen, to appreciate, to value, to see that God has granted me wisdom, has granted me favor because of the choices, because of me willingly weathering life. Like, I live for God. I don't give a fuck what you say. It ain't about no one religion. It ain't about no one thing. I know the life I live. You can't take my heart away. Who I am is beyond anything I've ever experienced. It's beyond any person I've ever encountered. It's beyond any harm that has ever came. My spirit, I've come here to be more than all of that. It's because of all of that, man. Come on. Like, I just want the people who hear this, who need this, to have it. So yeah, this is my story, or parts of it at least, and I hope this video, like I said, I hope it just finds those who it needs to find. Like, I'm not really doing the promotion thing. Like, yeah, I'm on my social media saying I'm posting this, I'm doing this, letting people know where to find it. But truly, like, this is me, man. This is for me. Like, every day I get an opportunity to just fall in love with myself, to be at awe with myself, to grow with myself, to be real and honest with myself. And this is a journey that I'm grateful to be on. Through all the trials. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Bye.